Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and where we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And I may go off on this particular show here, so make sure you go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, we all know that Skip Bayless is one of the biggest voices in all of sports media and has been that way for a very, very long time. Has a lot of tenure, big name, right? One of the highest paid sports commentators in the world, right? In the world. So we all know who Skip Bayless. And I used to be a fan of Skip Bayless, to be totally honest with you. You're going to study people that are, leading the way in whatever industry you are. And basketball sports players do it all the time. So that's absolutely normal. But over the last few months, however, he has been saying and doing a lot of things that I I simply don't agree with. He, for whatever reason, picks and chooses who he will support and who he won't support. And it is something that Charles Barkley has called him out for. I'll give you an example. For whatever reason, Skip Bayless refuses to give Giannis Antetokounmpo any credit for whatever reason. But if you look at Kevin Durant, he can give you every single excuse in the book. He can defend Kevin Durant to the high heavens when he fails. When it's somebody else, you can forget about it. And one of the people I think he has got on too much is Russell Westbrook. And I personally think the Russell Westbrook slander is beyond analyzing and critiquing what you're seeing. He is flat out picking on Russell Westbrook. Mark my words, this will be something that will be discussed in the future. A lot of the people defending it in the future, mark my words, it will be discussed. And you heard it here first, that we were one of the first channels out there calling this out. You just mark my words. Just mark my words on that. Whenever he discusses Russell Westbrook, 95% of the time, it always has to do with some type of negativity. It's like Skip is always searching for the negative angle with Russell Westbrook. And it's something I totally don't understand. And it's one of the reasons that now current Laker Patrick Beverley finally called him out on Twitter for basically trying to stir up drama with Russell Westbrook for no good reason. But for those of you, but before we get into that, this video is brought to you by our sponsor Aura, who's also the official sponsor of the T-Wolves. Do you know what the fastest growing crime in America is today? It's identity theft. Imagine trying to log into your email only to see that your password has been changed. Then you start getting weird notifications from your bank and credit cards, only to find out that all of your personal and sensitive information has been totally compromised. If you think it can happen to you and your family, just know that in 2020, over 49 million Americans were victims to identity theft, costing them a combined $56 billion. That is why we are excited to partner with Aura, who's the sponsor of this video. Aura is the #1 identity theft and financial fraud protection. Aura monitors the dark web and alerts you if any of your passwords and accounts have been breached. And funny enough, after using Aura, I discovered some of my credentials were floating around in the dark web, and the app showed me exactly when and where the breach happened. In addition, Aura allows you to set spending alerts, and they'll notify you of any suspicious transactions. Aura is 4 times faster than any of its competitors in alerting you if someone is trying to open a credit card or obtain a loan using your name. And remember this, every 14 seconds, someone becomes a victim of identity fraud. Don't let it happen to you. Now click the link in the description and try Aura for free for 2 weeks and see if any of you or your family's personal information has been compromised. Start your free trial at aura.com/dreamerspro. And when you try Aura, by using the link in the description below, also know that you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do is we want to read what Skip Bayless had to say here on Twitter, and then I'm going to read Patrick Beverley's response to Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless said on Twitter, Russell Westbrook, who isn't playing, is sitting in street clothes about halfway down the Lakers bench. LeBron, AD, and Pat Bev, who aren't playing, are sitting together in street clothes at the far end of the bench. Says it all. Then Patrick Beverley saw that and he says, no, it doesn't. Stop searching, Skip. Sheesh. I'm going to prove to you my point about Skip Bayless constantly searching for the negative in certain people. What would have to be going through your mind? Seriously, when you're watching a game, you're looking at these guys on the bench. What would have to be going through your mind for you to look at the bench and say, wait a minute, LeBron and Patrick Beverly and AD is sitting together. Russ is at the end of the bench. This means he's not a part of it. What has to be going through your mind? Seriously, what is going through your mind? There are games with the Clippers when Kawhi Leonard was injured and Kawhi was sitting in the box at the top in the arena. There were other games he's sitting at the very far end of the bench. What does that mean? That Kawhi Leonard is not a part of the team, or it speaks nothing. It says nothing. All you're doing is inferring. And my problem is, why is it always about the negativity about Russell Westbrook? There is no video on the internet anywhere where you will hear me say Russell Westbrook is remotely close to being my favorite player. He has never been. Never been. Never, ever, ever, ever been. However, when I see people doing something that I perceive to be wrong, I'm going to speak my piece on it. And what I've noticed is that there are a lot of people that like to defend Skip going at Russell Westbrook. Is usually Laker fans when they're looking for somebody to take out their frustrations on. And they're like, yeah, he's right. Let's get on Russell Westbrook. Why? Why? This is one of the reasons Jalen Rose, who works at ESPN, checked Skip Bayless for going too far. Skip likes to make fun of people. And the irony is, he gets offended when people go at it. That's the irony. If you ever see Shannon Sharp go at Skip, he'll flare up. I take it personally that you said that. Oh, it's wrong. And blah, 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 blah. But this is what you do to guys all day long, Skip. It's one thing to critique a guy. Hell, you can make fun of a guy. But what is the purpose of now, literally name calling the guy? What is it? Transforming people's last names. Some people do that. That is totally fine. And the people that defend that are the ones that never had it happen to them. You believe me, a lot of the dudes defending this nonsense will be some of the most sensitive people you will meet on earth. I can almost assure you. They will defend somebody calling out another person out of their name, literally their last name. But if you give them a look, they'll be ready to fight. These are the same people defending this nonsense. I know this. You look at somebody, why are you looking at me? I thought it'd be the same people. Skip is going too far with it. He's going too far with it. He's no longer analyzing. Now he's just picking on Russ. And trust me, I'm going to say it once more before we close. This right here, mark my words, they will talk about it in the future. You're going way too far with it. It's one of the reasons. Former host, I believe it was, I think it was Jenny Taft. I believe she was blonde, if I'm not mistaken. Very nice lady, from what I saw, at least. And I believe there was a segment where Skip, I think it was talking about somebody's weight or something, and she got offended. She's like, why are you always making fun of people's weight? And Skip got offended, then she got offended, and now she's no longer there. And now he has free reign to continue doing what he does. To me, I think it's ridiculous. These are my thoughts on it. This is exactly how I feel. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comment section, and we catch you all in the next episode. Peace.